The Israelites had left Egypt. They had crossed the Red Sea. They had seen bitter water become sweet. Again and again, God had proven that He was with them. But as they traveled deeper into the wilderness, a new problem arose. The food was gone. The people became hungry. Soon, they began to complain. They grumbled against Moses and Aaron, saying, "If only we had died in Egypt. At least there we had food to eat. But now you have brought us into this wilderness to starve us to death." Once again, they forgot how faithfully God had already provided for them. But God responded, not with anger, but with mercy. The Lord said to Moses, "I will rain bread from heaven for you. The people shall go out each day and gather only enough for that day. In this way, I will test whether they will trust me and obey my instructions." That evening, thousands of quail covered the camp. The people had meat to eat. The next morning, when the dew disappeared, something unusual covered the ground. It looked like small white flakes. The Israelites stared at it and asked, "What is it?" Moses answered, "It is the bread the Lord has given you to eat." The people called it manna, which means, "What is it?" Each family gathered exactly what they needed. No one had too much, no one had too little. God provided for everyone. But God also gave an important instruction. No one is to keep any manna until morning. Some people did not listen. They tried to save some for the next day, but by morning it was full of worms and smelled terrible. Then came the 6th day. God told the people to gather twice as much manna because the next day was the Sabbath. Unlike every other day, the manna did not spoil overnight. On the 7th day, God's people rested, just as He had commanded. Some people still went out looking for manna, but there was none. God reminded them that obedience brings blessing. The Israelites ate manna every day for 40 years, until they entered the Promised Land. God also told Moses to place 1 jar of manna inside the Ark of the Covenant, so future generations would remember how God had fed His people in the wilderness. Exodus chapter 16 reminds us that God knows our needs before we ask. He teaches us to trust Him one day at a time. Just as He gave Israel daily bread, Jesus Christ later taught, "Give us this day our daily bread." God is still faithful to provide for those who trust Him. But another challenge was waiting ahead. This time, it was not food, it was water. Would the Israelites trust God, or would they complain once again? We will discover the answer in Exodus chapter 17. And don't miss chapter 17. So subscribe now.